Welcome to Three Steps. This is a third part of a three-part interview with TJ Guttormsen. He is a successful life coach, has been for 10 years. He's originally from Norway. He moved to Las Vegas, and he is married to a beautiful woman. And my God, this is the first video where we've hit all three of the topics: success, confidence, thriving, and the three steps. This is the most jam-packed, most informative video I've yet to give you. He is a life coach, guys, so he goes over the three steps of confidence, the three myths about confidence, people who are confident, what someone who is confident does, insecure people think this, and yeah, so anyways. He also goes into the three steps of thriving and 3 steps to thriving, and then he goes into his 3 steps, and everything is just crystal clear and concise. Watch the video. Lots of information. Oh my God. All right, see you inside. I think of you as someone who is successful, but what does success mean to you, and how did you come to your understanding and implementation of that in your life?
So success to me means to keep doing it, whatever it might be. Successful person is someone who keeps going. If you get to the top of your game in something and you stop, now before you know it, you're a has-been. You're not a success anymore in that, you're a has-been. If you're not at the top level anymore, you're only going to get to success if you keep working on it. If you are successful, you still need to keep doing it. So success to me is to keep doing it. And I know our friend Johnny talks about how success, the origin of the story, is an outcome. To me, it's keep going. So success is about knowing where you want to go, keep walking in that direction, and when you get there, you keep working on that thing. And I say work, but most of the time it's fun. Most of the time it's play. Most of the time, especially when you get to where you want to be, now you can enjoy it, but it doesn't mean you can coast, doesn't mean you can take it for granted. So through my work, I've talked to and interviewed and coached a lot of people who are incredibly successful, award-winning artists, professional athletes, actors, and the one thing that keeps coming back to me, was everyone talks about, is keep putting in the work, keep putting in the effort. So to me, that's what success is. Just keep going. But it wasn't always. I used to feel like success was having a lot of money, or the material, superficial things, or being really good at something, like mastering something. While mastery and success can be linked, mastery also stops once you stop doing it.
Right.
So to me, that's the thing. People come to me, they want coaching, they want to be successful in something, and I go, okay, how long do you want to work on it? Oh, until I get it. I'm like, oh, then I can help you.
Yeah.
But the ones who go, oh, this is what I want to do. Oh, okay, cool. Now we can talk. So I don't believe you can get successful and just stay there.
Right.
I think it's an ongoing process.
That's excellent. That's a great definition for it. Confidence, man. So you are definitely a confident man. I think of you as a very confident human being. When we go out, when we're out together and doing stuff, you are the last person I think about as, oh, I need to introduce you to the people, or I need to show you around, or if you own your space. So you do confidence well. What does confidence mean to you? And how did you get to your confidence?
That last one's a big one. Confidence to me means knowing yourself, accepting yourself, and owning your shit.
Okay, owning your shit.
Yeah, that's a big one, because knowing yourself and accepting yourself to me is about, whatever you are, that's what you are. Be comfortable with that. Love that. Doesn't mean you have to be happy with it. You can still keep working on it. You can still do skill. There are many things in my life and with myself I'm very happy with, and there are many things I'm not so happy with, and I'm continuously working on it. And to me, my security in myself, my feeling of confidence comes from knowing that, well, even if this part sucks right now, or I'm not good at this, or I'm insecure about this, well, I know that I'm the kind of person that will solve it. I just need to keep plugging away on it.
Right.
And in that process, that's where the last part comes in, is owning my shit. And when I say that, I mean whatever goes on, whatever happens, I need to own it, including my insecurity. Including my awkwardness, or getting embarrassed by something, or doing something stupid.
Right.
a lot of people, when I talk to them, a lot of people, my clients or whatever, who come to me and want to talk about confidence, they think that confident people are always confident. They always feel good about things. They're always in control.
Pay attention.
So I get people coming to me, and I have it's not long ago I had a client. And he's like, well, I need to be the most confident guy in the room to feel like I'm attractive.
Right.
And I'm like, well, how do you know if you're the most confident guy in the room? It's like, well, if nothing flusters me, nothing stresses me, I'm in control the whole time. I'm like, oh wow, you're gonna have an issue. I can't help you do that. That's impossible.
Yeah.
So because confident people get flustered and off balance, it's like everyone else.
Right.
Now, people who are not confident, when that happens, they try to pretend like it's not happening. They try to deflect.
Right. Yes.
So someone who's not truly confident get flustered or embarrassed, they try to pretend, oh, I'm fine.
I can fix this thing.
Right, exactly. While a truly confident person laughs and goes, holy shit, I have no idea what to do right now. Someone help, I need an adult.
Right.
And it's that. And that's what I mean by owning your shit. It's not about, being in control the whole time. It's when you're out of control, when you lose control, then own that. When you do something, when you spit on someone during a conversation, you don't gloss over it, or you don't go, that's not a big deal. You go, oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Or whatever's real for you.
Right.
And so to me, if I get embarrassed, I laugh at myself, and then I often point it out because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
If I get really uncomfortable, I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid fuck. Then I own that too.
Yeah.
Because every time I don't, I feel insecure for as long as it's on my mind and I'm trying to ignore it, trying to hide it, I keep feeling insecure.
Right.
And so I always tell to people that I talk to or people that I interview, it's not about being in control. It's not about knowing your shit all the time. It's about being honest with yourself, and then secondly with everyone around you about what's going on right now. Because the moment you are comfortable saying I'm uncomfortable, that's when you have confidence. That's when all the other people will look at you and go, oh, cool, I can help you fix that. At least you weren't being sneaky, avoidant, whatever, uncomfortable, creepy about it.
Right. And it's also a very good tool in conversation, because if ever there's that moment in the conversation where it feels awkward, it feels weird, it's like, that's the perfect time to go, does this feel awkward to you right now? I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. It feels a little awkward. I'm kind of a little shy at the moment. And what's great about that, usually when I've done that in a situation, the person across from me goes, oh my God, I'm glad you said that. I was so feeling that too.
Yeah. I do that for awkward awkward silence. Yeah. Awkward silence happens, and I go, wow, that's an awkward silence, huh? I couldn't think of a single thing to say. And they laugh. They're like, no, me neither. And now the silence, the awkwardness is gone, the silence is gone, and also they now know that even if something awkward happens, I know how to handle it.
Yeah.
I can handle it awkwardly, but I'm still handling it. I'm doing it. And so I think a lot of people find me confident even when I feel completely out of my territory, completely off my game, because I let them know that this was what's going on. And a confident person isn't afraid to say, I have no idea what's happening right now. I don't know what to do. Yeah. But someone who's insecure, they think they need to posture. They think they need to pretend. Yeah. And so being genuine, I guess, is a sum up of confidence to me.
Nice. That's good definition. You weren't always confident.
Oh, God, no. So I went through, I guess, 3 phases of my confidence or lack thereof. And for most of my life, I had no confidence. And, well, that's not true. For most of my life, I only had confidence in one area of my life, and it was doing martial arts. I did judo internationally. I competed at a high level when I was 16. And put me in any type of martial arts setting where I was there to learn or to teach, I didn't care about confidence. I didn't feel confident because it wasn't about that. Yeah. It wasn't about what other people thought of me. It wasn't even about what I thought of me. It was about learning the skill, doing the thing. Mm-hmm. And so until I was like mid-20s, the only girls that I even kissed were all martial arts girls. Because I could talk to them because I didn't care. I wasn't there to pick them up. Yeah. I wasn't there to flirt. I was there to train. And let's train. Let me show you what you do. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. And so that was the only part of my life because I wasn't thinking and I was being genuine. When I couldn't figure something out, I asked for help. Yeah. When I fucked up, I said sorry. But for the rest of my life, I thought it was really important what other people thought of me. I thought it was really important how I seemed to the world around me. And because of that, in the beginning, I hid because I didn't feel like I had anything to show. So I would pull back into myself, I would retract, and I would hide in the back of the classroom. I would go with my friends, but only if it was my closest friends would I take any space at all.
Right. You show up at the space like, where are my friends at?
Right.
Let's go over here.
I went to a party, walk in that door, where are my friends and where's the alcohol? Because that's what I need.
Yeah.
Right? And then I went a little further and I started self-development, and I got into the posturing phase of my life where I needed to be the cool guy. I needed to be in control, and it only got worse when people started knowing who I was. When my name started, right around the time I became a coach, but a little before that, it got worse because I needed to have this. I had this image, I had this persona, and it was uncomfortable. And I found myself retracting from any situation where I wasn't the main event, where I wasn't the authority, where people didn't turn to me automatically.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that, or with, again, my closest friends, I didn't want to deal with it. Because it was too hard. I had to act all the time.
Right. And
then finally, maybe 12 years ago now, I got to the point where I went, you know what? If I just stop thinking about what I think other people are thinking, and start focusing on what I want and what makes sense to me, I don't have to remember all my lies. I don't have to remember the posture. I don't have to act. I don't have to spend all this extra energy. And just do. And if people don't like it, then fuck them. And that was where my genuinity with my confidence started.
Yeah.
It was that realization, and it's slow. It wasn't an overnight thing for me. It was a slow. I had to practice it because my bad habits of retracting or posturing were so ingrained in me.
Right.
That I had to practice actually going. I would catch myself posturing, and then I would force myself to go, you know what? Sorry, that was not true at all. Here's what's actually going on.
Wow.
And I forced myself to do that. And that was horrible. Doing that was scary as shit. It wasn't hard. Like the end result of it, doing that was amazing. The retraction I got was great.
Yeah.
But it was so scary to actually do that, say that.
Right.
And so I wanted to.
Powerful.
Yes, I wanted to avoid that. And just the act of not wanting to do that forced me to be genuine from the first moment much quicker. So I had to practice it. Even though I understood it and I felt confident, I still had to practice my behavior because I had so many bad habits ingrained in me.
I want to pause you right there. So I don't want to let that gloss over. So this is a powerful tool. Like your ecology, your community, your people around you, they only know you the way they experience you physically, like the interactions you have, and what you tell them about yourself. And the only way to change that worldview is to tell them you're changing that worldview and to be in action in changing that worldview. And as uncomfortable as that can be, well, you tell us what happened.
I always tell people you train others in how they are supposed to treat you. So if you want people to see you in a certain way, if you want people to see who you are, then that's what you have to show them. Or they're going to treat you the way that you posture. And that's going to be uncomfortable for you, and eventually for them when they see through your bullshit.
Yeah, totally.
And so to me, when I started doing this, and I've done it with several things where I had this bad habit, and every time I caught myself doing that habit, it was a trigger. And I had to go, stop everything, moment of honesty, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was really scary to do it. But 9 times out of 10, when I told people, they went, oh, okay, cool. And then they would take care of me. They would react positively because everyone does it.
They'd update their data for you. They're
They
like,
would,
oh, you mean this? You're like this? This is what's going on for you?
Then they started connecting with me, who I like, the real me. And so I would have people come and go. I remember this one, there was a friend of mine, and he'd met me after I started my self-development journey and all this, and he kind of looked at me as the guy who had it all figured out. And I still don't, and I definitely didn't back then. And I don't remember what it was, but I did this with him at one point. And I went, that's not true at all. Here's what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And he stopped and he went, really? I was like, yeah. And I started getting, and he goes, that's such a relief. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I love hanging out with you and we're great friends, but I feel like I have to be at your level all the time. Your level's insane. And it turns out that's not your level. I'm like, no, it's not even close. And it was such a great moment because I saw that not only was I doing it, but other people were responding in kind because I was putting bullshit out there and they felt like they were trying to match it. And our conversation weren't genuine.
Yeah.
And now we were connecting on what was real, and we were creating real relationships. And so it's a really powerful thing for 2 reasons. Force yourself to do the thing that you're scared, or be honest about the thing that you have a bad habit about. You force yourself to stop after you've done it.
Right.
Admit, I just did something I shouldn't have done. Here's what I should have done instead. That's scary. So you're going to try to do the right thing from the start to avoid that. And also, you'll see the reactions. There are some people who are going to go, really?
And they'll want to throw you under the bus.
Right?
Yeah.
But those are not the people you want in your life anyway.
Yeah,
and they're the minority.
They are.
Most people are going to react so well. Some are going to be, just generous and amazing. Other people are going to laugh and giggle and go, oh, okay, whatever, fine. And that's great because now, as you said, you're updating their information about you. They're going to start relating to you in a genuine way, seeing the person you are, not the person you've been pretending to be, or the person they've been imagining that you are.
Totally. Yeah, that's powerful stuff right there, man. That's great. Thank you. So the next question to ask you is this. What does thriving mean to you? And, I think of you as a man that thrives on the planet, and I have my context for it, but let's hear what your version of thriving is.
My definition of someone who's thriving is someone who's taking care of what they need so they can focus on what they want. So your needs are taken care of.
Right.
Now your wants and desires are what you're working on and playing with and enjoying. It's you're stranded on a deserted island. You are surviving when you're barely surviving. You're getting just enough food to make it, but you can't really say if you're going to eat for the next couple of days or not. You're getting by, and you're not going to die, but you're barely getting by. To me, that's surviving.
Yeah.
Then you have living, existing, which is you get all the food you need, you have the shelter you need, but you spend all your energy maintaining those things. So you get up in the morning all day, collecting food, fixing your shelter. By the end of it, you go straight to bed. You wake up the next morning, you do that. This is, in the modern world, people who go to work their ass off, use all their energy, all their resources to come home, watch TV, go to bed, and do the same thing next day. And for the weekend, they just sleep in a little longer, maybe get drunk.
Yeah.
So that, to me, is existing. And then thriving is, at this deserted island, you've created an abundance of food for yourself. You've created a rock-solid shelter. You wake up in the morning, what do I want to do? I want to go for a swim and look at the fishes. I want to go play with the monkeys. And so you think of what are my desires? What are my wants?
Yeah.
And you go do that, and you create more and more of that, and you make it more and more accessible to yourself. So you thrive when your wants and desires are available, and when you keep creating new ones, keep getting into new ones.
Right on. Yeah, that's a great example. So you didn't always thrive, right?
No. I never survived. I never needed to survive. I've always been, there have been times where I've been broke because, running your own business and you're starting out straight off of school and stuff. So, some months were tight. But I've never been in a position where I couldn't pay my bill, where I didn't have food, So I've never been at that level other than basically voluntary, where I've gone out and backpacked and survived on, $10 a day for months and months just to do it.
Yeah.
But it's still voluntary. But I've always had a comfortable enough life. I've had I've had the food I need. I've had shelters. I could have, in some of them crappy apartments, but still safe and nice.
Yeah.
But for a long time, my lack of thriving was because I was too scared or insecure to go for the things that I really wanted. So I would do the things I needed to live or to exist, and then I would dream about the things that I wanted, my desires. So they existed for me. A lot of them were available, but I never went for them.
Right.
So I didn't thrive because I built my little cocoon and I just existed inside of that.
Right.
And it changed when I started realizing that there's no such thing as what you deserve. There's no such thing as, some people should have this and some people shouldn't. It's a question of, are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to make the effort? Some people will argue, well, if you're willing to make the effort, you deserve it, and then you can have it. Fine. But a lot of people have these ideas that there's a certain kind of people that can have this thing, and a certain kind of people that can do this thing. And it's just not true.
No.
And so I realized that because I shifted my mindset from having the things I thought I deserved to tossing the idea of deserving anything aside, tossing the idea of universal justice aside and going, what do I want? And what do I need to get? And then working for it and immediately starting to see that a lot of the things that I needed to thrive, a lot of the play that I wanted, a lot of the people I wanted in my life, the activities, the travel, all of this stuff was right there. It was there for me to grab. Now I might have to work for it to get there, but it wasn't a problem. There was nothing stopping me other than me.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of people. I mean, I know, and I work with a lot of people who are basically surviving. They're having a hard time getting through, and that's a stage that you might have to go through before you thrive.
Totally.
But to get there, comes back to my definition of success. You keep going.
Yeah.
So if you're a person who's surviving rather than existing or thriving, then you keep going and you choose wisely what to spend your energy on. And you make sure it's not to become comfortable where you're at. It's always to build the next level.
Right. That conversation keeps coming up with us a lot of times about how getting comfortable and how that comfort can, well, I have my view on it. What's your view on it?
Being comfortable is so nice, and it's the death of fun and growth and all the good things in life.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love being comfortable. I walk in sweats at home. I have a comfortable house, a comfortable life. I love being comfy. But that's the moment of comfort. That's the physical comfort. But being comfortable of just having something that it works. It's all right. I can live with it. I'm not dissatisfied, but I'm not really happy either. Oh, that will kill everything that's worth living for, if you ask me. So to me, getting comfortable in life and the bigger picture is about settling. It's about giving up on the path you were on, just to stick with. You've gotten to the point where you have what you need.
Yeah.
You have your job, gives you enough money. It's all right. It's fine. I can do it. You have your partner. She or he's fine. All right, I'll stick around with them. I don't dislike them. And you have, and so many people have all these things, and the more of those elements you have in your life, the less growth you're gonna have. The less you're gonna actually have a life that you look back on when you're 80 and go, wow, that was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, comfortability is the death to fun and to play and to adventure and to growth and to all of that. Be comfortable in your bed. Be comfortable on your couch, and then get out of your bed and get out of your couch and go fucking do something.
Yeah, exactly. Right on. Those are really good answers also. Yeah. If you could imagine a younger version of you, like you jumped in time, landed, oh shit, there I am. What are 3 steps, 3 pieces of advice that you would tell them to do or avoid or whatever so they could thrive more or be more successful or more confident in the world or to just be a better man on the planet? Like to have the life you're having right now, here's the crib notes.
Outside of investing in Google and stuff.
Outside of investing in Google, yes.
Sure.
Exactly.
That's an interesting question because, 3, that's a lot. Let's see. It's not up to you to decide what other people think of you. So stop thinking about it because you're not going to figure it out in your mind anyway. Instead, focus on what kind of people do you like? Who do you like? Who do you want in your life? Find those people. Show them who you are. If they like you, they're going to love you. And if not, then you move on to the next one. I spent a lot of my life trying to fit in, trying to be the person that people would accept or like. And I got fairly good at it for a while because I was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And I ended up with a lot of people liking me and very, very few knowing me. And the people who liked me didn't actually like me. They liked the nice guy persona I was showing. And it held me back for years and years and years. In my relationship with women, in my friendships, even in my family.
Yeah.
And so the moment I stopped caring about what I thought they thought of me, and instead go, hey, here's me. This is what I've got. Some people walked away, and other people threw themselves around my neck.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my first piece of advice, because from a child's age, that was my thing. And so, yeah, stop thinking about what other people think of you. Decide who you want to be with. Go meet those people and show them who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be. Secondly, yeah, you're smart, but you're only going to get better by doing things.
What you mean? You can't find everything in a book or on YouTube? What?
I had all the theoretical answers for everything. Practical, not so much. And like, sounding like a douchebag for a moment, I'm a pretty smart guy. I can figure things out. I can reason a lot. But I did that through my teens. I did that through my early 20s. Definitely did it as a kid. I figured everything out in my brain and then went, probably could, but I'm not gonna. Right?
Oh, that fucking excuse. Right? I could totally do that if I put my energy up. I don't want to. I don't need to.
So I did that, and I thought about everything, and I didn't start doing things until I was in my 20s, and it was way too late. I mean, it wasn't too late, obviously, But yeah, if I started doing that from childhood on, the world would look different by now, I'm sure.
Yeah, man, seriously. Yeah, I too was super analytical. I did all the research. I read all the books. I did all the things. And then it was like, oh, I actually have to go out and do the thing? Like, for it to mean anything? But couldn't I have just read it? That be important? No, do the damn thing. Oh, shit, what I read meant dick.
Yeah, here's what I tell my clients and everyone is once you understand the rudimentary, fundamental aspects of something, you go out and do it over and over and over again until you get to a point where you can do a bunch and then you hit something that you can't get past. Then you can go back to thinking about it. Then you can go back to the books or to the coach or and you get that piece. But unless you have real world experience, you're going to think you're an expert on things and then it's just not. You can't learn how to ride a bike by reading a book.
Yeah.
You got to do it. So I think that would be my second piece of advice because that's what I did in judo and I was stellar in that. In judo, I practiced. And if I'd done that with everything in my life, the world would look different, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it's a pretty badass world to live in right now.
It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm happy I got around to it eventually. But getting around to it earlier would have been amazing.
Yeah.
And let's see. Thirdly, don't be afraid to play in love. Because that was both of those, and to me they're hand in hand in many aspects. It wasn't that I was very serious, but I was very careful about playing. I was very careful about being playful and mischievous or whatever because, again, I was worried about what other people thought of me. And so me and my friend early stopped playing with toys when we were kids. And we heard the other kids in our class were still like out playing war and stuff. And we're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And it was bullshit. We also wanted to do it, but we were getting too old for it. And so I wish I'd played more as a child. Now I play much more. I play much more now than I ever did as a teen or whatever.
Yeah.
And love too. I was that was more of a guarding myself and afraid of being hurt, afraid of what other people might think, afraid of all of these the judgments and play and love might not last forever, but even if it lasts a day, you shouldn't miss out on it because you're going to carry that with you. And I wish I was more forthcoming with my love when I was younger, and I wish I was more willing to just jump in and play.
All right. Yeah, that's excellent advice. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great conversation. All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Wow, right? That was so good, right? All the information. There's so much information in there. So good. Okay, so hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, leave a comment down below, and I would love to get back to you and talk to you and engage with you. And if you want to engage more with us, go to the Facebook group and join the group and be a part of the discussion this Sunday because I'm going to have TJ on there and we're going to be available for any questions you have on any of the topics about anything he said in the interviews. All right. See you next time.